Hi everyone, welcome back to Birich Podcast. In this session, we are going to discuss about the profit and loss statement and the various segments of ITC and their revenue contributions to ITC's profit and loss. We have taken the profit and loss statement from the annual report of ITC for the year 2023 to 24. And looking at the profit and loss statement, it is saying that revenue from operations is 70,105 crores and other income is 3,538 crores. So when looking at the notes 21A and 21B, the more details will be given. It is mentioned as sale of products and sale of services. Does it mean products mean the FMCG products and services means the hotel business and all?
Correct.
So could you please clarify more, sir?
Products is what? ITC makes two products.
Yeah.
What are the two products?
Cigarettes and FMCG.
Yes. Packed food, right? All your dals, pulses and all that. Then the other thing is cigarettes. Then you also have personal care, right? Notebooks, stationaries, they make, classmate is theirs. So all that put together are products. They physically make something and they're selling you. Services is like IT services or, hotel services, where you're renting out something where people come and use. You do some service for them and they're paying you for it.
Okay.
So there's two broad categories the revenue comes from is this and this. So in revenue 21A, they're saying how much is coming from products and how much is coming from service. And the next one, they'll break it down even further and say under products, what all are the product subcategories, what all the revenues that have come from the subcategory of that product. And same way services also, what are the subcategories of services and where all the revenues come from. So if you slide down, you'll see gross means overall revenue. That means just the money customers have paid them. It is not net revenue. Net revenue means also cancelling their expenses.
Okay.
So this is gross revenue. Remember that. So gross revenue, cigarettes, it's still the biggest. And if you see from last year to this year, cigarettes has actually grown. And food products has also grown. Other educational stationery and those other safety matches, agrabatis, that is also grown. Income from hotel services is also grown. Then you have unmanufactured tobacco.
That's coming under agribusiness.
That means tobacco is not processed. Tobacco is tobacco. That has come down, right? And where the real revenue has dropped for them is production of commodities. Wheat, rice, spices, coffee, soya, right? That has come down by 4,000 crores.
Okay.
Right? So this has been the major dent. Though they've seen growth in all the other sectors, very good growth. In terms of revenue, agri products has come down. Right? Paper manufacturing and boards, that has also come down. Packaging and printing materials has come down. So where is really business has become weak for them is in agri products, paper boards, right? These are not finished products. These are wholesale products. Okay. So manufactured products. These is where it's come down. So what's interesting as an investor is overall, if you see, revenue has come down from 69480. It's come down by 40 crores, right? To 69460. And the main reason why it's come down, though there's been growth in cigarettes, there's growth in food products, there's growth in personal care products and educational products. Hotels has also grown. But the rest of the agri business and packaging business, ITC paper and ITC agri business is not done very great. So there must be reasons for it. If you go and analyze it further, if you read the report, they'll say company would have given reasons why this has come down. Maybe there are some reasons, some operations have been shut down, or there could be other reasons also. So you can get into this and see it further. But what is heartening is their hotel business is doing well, and their food product is doing very well, and they're seeing growth is also in cigarettes. So considering what their main businesses are, where most of the revenue is coming from, that's all growing and it's growing well. So as an investor, you should not be too worried about it. Okay? That's why, though the results were like this, was mixed, the revenues were down a little bit, market did not really punish ITC shares. It kind of floated a little bit and moved around a little bit. That's about it. Investors are still quite happy with the overall numbers which have been published. And when these kind of results are announced, they'll have an investor call, a conference call, which you can dial into. And the company board directors and everybody will be sitting and they'll be giving reasons why the results are like this. They'll walk you through the result and tell you what all happened this year, where all the revenues are. Like NATCO happened, which Albin encouraged you to call in. Did you call in? No. Okay. Next time, try and take the opportunity. When Albin says, come and join, listen to the conversation. I know you're busy doing work. Spend a little time, listen to it for 5-10 minutes so you kind of get an idea how it is. Because then only you really understand the mindset that you're actually a business owner.
So, sir, now I understood why you are saying that there shouldn't be much of the companies in your portfolio. When analyzing the company, these many things have to be looked at when investing
But
the company.
what I'm most happy about is you're starting to look at this of interest. It is not something which like, oh my God, sir has asked me to do this for the videos I'm doing.
Okay.
You're actually interested in your reading and you're having a lot more questions, which is what I wanted. And that's what I want for our viewers also. So they should read this. And it's not complicated. Was it very hard?
No.
Was it very difficult? Other than the balance sheet terms, accounting terms, the rest of it is very easy.
It's like game. Last year, this much the ITC is doing. This
Especially if
year,
you like cricket and you like watching player statistics, you will really enjoy this, which you do. You like watching run rate, strike rate, and analyzing one player against the other, how he did last season, how he did this year performance, and you like seeing teams and matching and all that. Then you will find this very interesting because it is up the same line. Because that's what you're basically doing, seeing how they performed last year, how they performed this year, what is the growth, what is happening, and same way they'll also mention if they borrowed money, where they borrowed, how they're spending their money. Like in Natco's call, they're telling they're sitting at a cash pile of 2,000 crores. And by the end of the year, they'll expand up to 3,000 crores. And investors are asking, are you going to do share buyback? He said, no. Then they said, are you giving dividend? He said, no. He said, I'm keeping the money to do acquisition in foreign places because India is overvalued. I plan to buy more operations outside, and he's just fed countries and regions he's looking at. So as an investor, you know, okay, cool. My CEO is planning to do this. You know, you feel encouraged. So this is the reason I say read this.
So looking at the news, we'll get only the surface level. But when we deep dive and attend the conference,
and news is that guy's opinion. Whoever is writing the article, it's his opinion. That's what I was trying to tell Krish was talking about. There's a difference between fact, truth, and honesty. As an investor, you should only work with fact, not truth and not honesty.
And other people's opinion also.
Correct. That's what truth is. Truth is my opinion. I read this and I tell you something that is my truth, what I feel. But that's not what you should move on. Same way, honesty. Honesty is, I honestly feel this about this, my truth. But that doesn't mean it's right. So those two become subjective. What is not subjective is numbers. That cannot change because that's the numbers. So people, investors always get confused between these three. And you should always make sure you stick to facts. And you always look at facts and you invest based on facts. Everything else is just opinion, including what is written in the news. It's maybe right or wrong. You want to follow it, that's your choice. But do realize you're following somebody else's opinion. By reading the balance sheet, by looking into this and attending these investor calls and listening to the CEO and asking questions, you start gathering facts. And with facts, you can make decisions. That's what I encourage you to do.
And last question in the profit and loss statement, the tax expense has been mentioned and there are two taxes, current tax and deferred tax. So what is current tax and deferred tax?
Deferred tax is what they have to pay in the future. Right.
So they are projected tax amount.
Because government rules, till they figure it out what is happening, they keep it. They keep it on the
That is only negligible amount in the
The rest is actual tax which they're paying. So the deferred tax will always be, a small amount. And the main tax is already what is decided to be paid. But don't have to really dive into that too much in terms of tax. Whatever, these are regulatory. You have to pay these taxes. So they're paying it. There cannot be any loss or profit hidden into the tax. Okay.
So I hope that this video was informative and you had some knowledge about the various segments of ITC and its revenue contribution to ITC. So if you found this video useful, please share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel for more kind of videos. See you in another episode with an interesting topic. Thanks for watching the video.
Thank you.